A very good morning to all. Here I present the paper dealing with inferior turbinate infracture in congenital nasorachimal duct obstruction. I have no financial disclosure. Congenital epiphora affects almost 20% of the newborn, with more than 90% resolving in their infancy and more than 60% in the following year. The remaining are diagnosed as congenital nasorachimal duct obstruction, which are managed by various modalities with variable success rate. We have retrospectively analyzed the efficacy and safety of inferior turbinate tarsal infracture in cases complicated by the impaction of inferior turbinate in 69 eyes of 55 patients. Under general anesthesia, puncta of both eyes were examined to rule out any punctum stenosis, followed by Roplas. After dilating the upper punctum, probing was done. On confirmation of a bony block, nasal endoscopy was performed to visualize the distal end of nasorachimal duct, inferior meatus, and the impaction of inferior turbinate. Using a lens spatula, the inferior turbinate was medialized, the patency of the duct was confirmed, and the patients were discharged on antibiotic and tapering steroid eye drops. They were followed up at 1 week, 4 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, and then annually. The outcome was graded as successful with a patent syringing on table and a negative history of epiphora, discharge, and negative fluorescent disappearance dye test on follow-up at 3 months. Coming to results, a total of 55 children presented to us with a mean age of 29 months, all displaying symptoms for a mean duration of 27 months. Almost a quarter of children had bilateral involvement, and the rest were unilateral, among which right was involved in 17 and left in 24. Coming to a case. This is a case of a 3-year-old child presented to us with a right eye epiphora persistent even after cricketer massage. He was diagnosed with right eye congenital nasorachimal duct obstruction with inferior turbinate impaction on nasal endoscopy, after which he underwent right eye probing with infracture of inferior turbinate under endoscopic guidance. He had a successful outcome on the table and at 3 months follow-up. Post-intervention, syringing was performed, which was found patent in 63 eyes, and the rest had 6 atonic sac. Among these 63 patients, there was a 98% success rate with only one requiring repeat infracture. Patients with atonic sac were advised sac massage with resolution in 2 and rest requiring dicrocystorhinostomy. Coming to the discussion, this table compares and summarizes the findings of the present study with those of comparable available data. Previous study by Atazeda and Khataminia reported the success of infracture as insignificant in respect to lacrimal probing, which was different from the present study. All previous study did the intervention without the confirmation of the diagnosis of inferior turbinate impaction by direct endoscopy. Moreover, it was performed as a blind procedure. These can be the reasons for the low success rate of infracture in the past, hence the acceptance of the completely and quick procedure. To summarize, our study, we present a large cohort with congenital nasorachimal duct obstruction who has undergone inferior turbinate tarsal infracture following initial lacrimal probing under direct nasal endoscopy. It is a quick, completely harmless intervention with an impressive success rate. Also, in addition, we report a small group of children with atonic sac that had complicated the obstruction and was the main reason for the failure of infracture in our study. Thank you.
May I ask a question to you?
Yes, sir, please.
What is the exact procedure of this doing infracture in fracture of the inferior turbinate?
Sir, on endoscopy, we found that these 69 eyes had an impaction of the inferior turbinate. It was lateralized. It was blocking the inferior meatus. So that's why there was a false blockage. So when we have medialized the inferior turbinate, the flow was patent, and the patient has no epiphoral post intervention.
So you are just fracturing with the probe.
We are fracturing with the lens spatula, sir, under nasal endoscope. I'll show you the picture, sir. Just a sec. Sorry, sir. Just a sec. In this, if I can show, so in nasal endoscopy, we can see there was an impaction and we are not able to see the lacrimal probe. And now we are trying to use the lens spatula and medialize the inferior turbinate towards the nasal septum. And after medialization, we can see a small silver color lacrimal probe visible from the inferior meatus.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Well, may I bring Dr. Javed? What is his opinion? Dr. Javed Ali?
Hi, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
No, this was a nice thing, but the way that I am looking at things is that inferior turbinate impactions are exceptionally rare in CNNDO. Most of the time, it's the thing that we see as impactions are actually not impactions, and it just needs a little bit of medialization. Those cases which Gaurav was talking might help are those cases where the NLD has been misdirected towards the inferior turbinate bone itself. In
Okay,
those
sir.
situations, it actually helps. But most of the cases, inferior turbinate impaction का जो diagnosis होता है, that itself is not correct most of the time.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's
right.
a nice talk, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
And what is your opinion, Dr. Sabita?
I would like to think, I wanted to know if the probe was easily seen just after medialization of the inferior turbinate in all cases. Dr. Gaurav?
Yes, ma'am. That was the end point. We were trying to see the we were trying to see the lacrimal probe from the inferior meatus, and post that we were trying to do syringing.
And you
So-
didn't need any intubation in these patients because this is
No, ma'am. We
obviously a
didn't do
little-
any intubation in these cases.
Com-
All except one, all had a good outcome.
No, what is the risk that the whole thing will reblock, because you're just opening it up and then leaving it without any intubation. Does that have a good
Ma'am, true, ma'am.
intubation here?
Correct,
Better
correct,
outcome.
ma'am. It can cause a fibrosis and it can have the block again. For that, we were giving tapering steroids, and we were keeping the patients on follow-up as 1 week, 4 weeks, 3 months, and then 6 months. So on every follow-up, we were trying to do FDT, and if it's positive, then we were taking up the patient again in the OT. Though in our cases, at 3 months, only one patient had showed negative result. Rest had the successful outcome. But yes, if we have the fibrosis, we can plan in the second stage. We can plan an intubation tube also, ma'am.
Any of these patients had paid probings done earlier to
No,
your
ma'am. These are the
knowledge?
primary cases. I didn't include the secondary cases. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr.